Content warning. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Hello everybody and welcome back to my fellow procrastinators to another episode of Slay the Princess. Last time, we broke reality a fair bit. Let's see how this goes now.
That's the spirit.
Alright.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Cool.
We're not going to go through with this room.
Into the cabin. Alright.
You take the blade from the table.
Yep. Here, I need that. Enter the basement. So we're at a good point
The door
to
to
question,
the basement creaks open,
what are we
revealing
going
a
to do this
staircase
time?
faintly illuminated. Her voice carries.
Who's...
She said, "Don't let
Blah,
it fool
blah, blah. We've, for this point. Yeah, so at this point we... What other options do we have left to go through and do? Because we've done the bit where we say we're not going to kill her, and then we go and do it. We've done the bit where we just straight out do it, and then things get complicated fast. And then we've done the breakage of literally everything.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Yeah, I don't care, narrator, shut up. Here to kill me or something? Good question. Okay. It's giving me the option still to keep going. So let's do that, see what happens. It's still giving me the option to slay the princess. Which means that is this still going to be the same path I already took? You know what? Stab you again. Of course it is, she's dead. I'm not sure, I feel like she must have some kind of... Okay, so the first option is different. Of course not, that was too easy. Not sure. Perhaps.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
I feel like there's a...
I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Move the blade, check for a pulse. Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Oh no!
Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Oh, concerning!
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
Oh, fun.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Where did you get one of those?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
Oh.
For whatever that's worth.
Glad to see
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Glad to see you two are so fucking calm about this. The Razor? Okay, definitely
You're on a
new
path
ground.
in the woods.
Yeah.
And you're here to slay her.
Yeah. I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? We know this! I don't need to do the explore options. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
It couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Voice of the cheated?
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Damn.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
That looks like that's going to fall over any second. I needed a drink. Ignore that.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Da-da-da-da. Explore. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her a...
That. Sorry. We don't need to worry about the mirror. We can just go. And the mirror's gone. Woohoo.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Yeah, Razor feels right.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yep.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Stab, 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 stab. Stab, stab. I am so dumb.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
Yeah, so is she probably.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come closer, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
Uh-huh.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Fine, I'm coming closer for you. You better not try anything. Yeah, I'm not trusting this. Bye. I have not once said, yeah, no, I'm out. I'm out.
It's boring if you leave.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
You think?
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
Oh.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
You don't say!
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense.
It's a good thing I always carry two hands.
She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
No!
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. Chapter 3, The Arms Race? What?
You're on a path in the woods. No,
Oh.
fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what?
I feel dizzy.
Oh, what just happened? History. Interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me, what just happened? What did you just do?
Ho 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 ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Yeah, someone or something is out there pulling the strings and we're all just puppets until we can figure out how to see them.
What?
But what if that someone is us, eh? Eh? Wouldn't that be neat?
What the fuck is happening?
If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have died twice already.
Why are there 4 of us?
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
I've lost track.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. It's only too much responsibility if these worlds are real.
You good, man? You got some tinfoil on there right now? Is that what's happening, Paranoid?
Let's just stay focused, shall we?
Sure, why not?
The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right.
We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
What if winning is the wrong move?
It isn't. I don't care whether you trust me or not, but at least trust that defeating the person
put this
who
on.
has apparently killed you twice already is a good idea.
I'm gonna put this on auto so I don't accidentally keep clicking.
I'd love to
trying
get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
What door?
There isn't a door, there's just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
God, I wish. I wish,
We can see
considering
our
what I can
reality
see
just
right now.
fine.
Why should we trust his?
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Alright.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
And open the door.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
It feels like it's hiding something from us. It's part of the big picture. I just know it. That's why it's being kept from us. Guess it's time for us to see her again.
Yep.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Yeah, no escape from this one.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Oh, cool.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's toying with us. She's acting like she already knows she's won.
I mean, yeah?
Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Why?
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
Cool.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
You had this. That's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. We're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. Whereas if we don't let ourselves feel it. Speed her to. She wins by killing us, right? So let's just beat her to it. All these ideas suck. Think of something better. That's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her.
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster? I'd rather not. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll throw her off. I know I'd be thrown off if she started flirting with us.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
The look. The look. We've all used it.
Yeah, do you not know about the look?
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Are you sure we want to use the look so early? It's supposed to be saved for emergencies.
This is not an emergency.
You flash the princess the look. And a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
No.
Still going to kill you. But now we can both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Or not. Is anything going to work with her? She's so single-minded. It's like whatever we do, it's always going to end exactly the same.
Yeah.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing.
Cool.
She skewers you.
Cool. All right. What voice am I about to get for choosing to flirt?
Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
We're dead, aren't we? We're dead. How long have we been dead? Have we been dead the whole time?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Oh, I have
Okay.
tears in my eyes.
Whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Are you?
As long as we keep moving.
You're kidding.
We'll
me.
win her heart eventually.
Oh my god.
It's going to get so loud in here. How are we going to keep it all straight?
Come on, show me something new.
Stab, stab. She wins by killing us, right? Let's beat her to it. Doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
How many blades do you have now?
That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Oh my god. Hi, Contrarian. Welcome
Now
back.
there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
What's the point? It's all the same.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels.
She skewers you.
Yeah, a bit hard to do that, buddy.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go again.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
No.
She skewers you.
Yep.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
None of this is working. Think.
She skewers you.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, come on! Chapter 4, Mutually Assured Destruction. Okay, fair enough.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
Cool, thanks, Cheated.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Our knife? Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window?
No,
Over my dead body.
that would be ours.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Jesus, guys.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die.
Yeah, they're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Yeah. Go us.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
You're kind of not at this
Don't
point.
care, just want to win.
Yep.
Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
Sup?
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Yeah.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Is it the fact that your entire lower half is now knives?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
I am the bone of my sword, I guess.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Yeah, no, we're not sticking our thing in that.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
What window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Good question.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
Yep.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Narrator,
Oh. All of you, shut up.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You're not going to get the chance to. Sorry about that. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. I did not see what that achievement was. Water and Steel. Master yourself and vanquish a sharp foe. Interesting. I'm gonna have to make a note of that. Goodbye! You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memories return. You do so. Silence as you reach toward the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The remains. You've unraveled. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. And approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Doesn't that hurt? I think there are people out there. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are going to finally have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Do you think there are other people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart.
How many hearts do you have now?
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough. How many more do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Oh, that... Really? One? If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, Hero and the Princess. Sharp Vessel. Bring the razor full to her.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's save real quick. Alright. Okay, this... God, I don't know what I want to do for this last one. Yeah, I do.
You make your way up the shore. We're not going to go through with this. Ignore him. The interior of the cabin, the blade is... You take the blade from the table.
I know exactly what we will be doing for this last
Door
one.
to the... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds... Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
At the end of the day, this game is apparently a love story, and if whatever the Princess in the Long Quiet is needs one more, let's make the last one that.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
There we go.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Sure.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Yep.
We'll be fine.
Yep.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no
And
reasoning
skip.
with her.
An awkward start to a relationship.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
Yeah! No.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Good question. Who knows?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
We'll see about that.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Sounds good. See what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Yep, those are chains.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Yeah, why would they give me one?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Nope.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
So you say. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Jesus.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Yeah, do we... you're gonna bleed out, ma'am. Ma'am...
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh, you
You're
bitch.
here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess, slay the princess. You know what? Yeah, no, I said we're doing this.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Sorry in advance.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp,
Ah!
and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yep.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
What?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Fuck you.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, at this point, that's not my plan.
The blade. Move the blade.
You want me to move the blade?
You're
Sure.
doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Huh?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Was it, you bitch? Chapter 2, the prisoner. Didn't we...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, did we not just have this?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the
Oh, I'll focus on the princess, alright.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No!
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she... I don't know... turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you?
She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Hey, I don't get a say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Thanks, skeptic.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
No, we are.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
You
The chains
bitch
binding both
of a
her wrists to
narrator.
the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Agreed.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Is that where you're told to sit?
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Other chair on the wall, who was that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I've been here before, my little one remembers that.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here.
Sup, bitch?
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Yeah.
It's complicated things. How exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Define
A
contingency.
contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Why?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Sure, buddy.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
And why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
I don't like that.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
No, you bitch.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Prison of the mind. Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch?
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
Did you know this was gonna happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
Yeah, well, clearly I
This
screwed
is
up at
so
some point.
boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that,
Alright.
even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Oh.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change.
The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
If the area around us starting to erode are the chains.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then...
Hi, narrator.
And...
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Damn it. Was not the one I wanted to do. Chance to respond normally, you ever send a leave memory.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward, and they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I'm wondering if I'd ever get to see you. Where are you? You're something like me? If you're not here, what are you? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Every time I ask you something, it's a little piece of you burns. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Ever get to see you?
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Ah, there's so many questions. All this was a construct. What was it supposed to do?
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
And what is my true identity?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
The Long Quiet. Why would you want to rid the world of death? If you made us, then I want you to know this has been torture. Let's see. Pretty sure death is good, actually important even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
If you made us, then I want you to know this has been torture.
The inevitability of death is torture. I would gladly put two infinite beings through what you've been through to spare infinite lives from oblivion.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
If she's capable of becoming whatever people will be, can I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Death of the author, run out of questions. Shit. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. Mary is right, you are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. As it is finally time for you to wake up, all of this is you. The guarded vessel. Bring the prisoner to her. When you arrive at the heart of the things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
I should probably do this a little bit. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Not like I have much other choice.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Why do I feel like I've walked into a boss fight?
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, then alive and dead, all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
This has always just been about us, two people forced to hurt each other over and again and again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
My masses
mob here. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies. There is only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once.
Oh my god, my head feels full right now.
And then you
Downs.
hold them all again.
Oh,
But
sounds.
in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Seem to appeal to a shared humanity. There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
Oh, hi, Ghost.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
We're not the whole of reality. Why won't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
Doesn't have to be so big. You can come back down to my level. You can come back to me.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
As the clasp in you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh boy! Which... You have no idea how good it is to hear you. I can do this alone. Where's everyone else? How are you supposed to help? Sound voice were allowed here. Thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Oh. Well.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there.
jumbled up in the rest of her.
Official Sands. Enter the base. For old times.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade. That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah. Just in case. The narrator's gone. We saw that ourselves.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
No, we shouldn't.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
I don't think I want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Sending it to anything to help them, the people out there. If you can do this, don't think you continue to die and suffer.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
We haven't done this before.
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
How do you know things won't end worse? What if I make my way back here, I'm different, I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Let's do it. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Oh, I love you too.
You're on a path, and you're here to slay.
That's probably for the best.
Dang it, I didn't go back far enough. Okay. Well... we have a spot where we've gone back to the start, but...
That's probably for the best. The stairs. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
what are we going to do?
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife. What if we tried doing this forever? So, make me put it all back. Make me send us back to...
Can she really do?
Too late to become a god.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
See what happens.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
Path and the woods outside are an empty canvas. But there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free of death. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
When your heart bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
I feel like crap, to be honest.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it.
Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. Oh, boy. Written and designed by Tony Howard Arias. And... oh boy. Let's look at these credits, because... wow. I don't know how to feel after all that. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. I'm sorry, the good ending? Thank you so much for playing. A special regard. Here's the track order for a specific playlist just for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Explore, join our mailing list, join the subreddit, follow us somewhere else, make your playlist player of the game. The good ending doesn't count. There's a... well... I guess... yes, I'm not done yet. Maybe. Well, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Slay the Princess. If... I get the feeling we may not be done this yet, so... depending on things, I might see you all next time. As we make our way and... see whatever a good ending has in store for us. I'll see you all then. Johnny!